Hello, my little IOE scientists. I have a little special video today. This is a unexpected video. I wasn't planning on making this one, but one of the cool things and great opportunities we have working from home is you never know what you might end up stumbling across. You know, no one planned for this pandemic, and we didn't really plan to be away from each other for so long, but sometimes it's pretty cool when things that you're not always planning happen, because you can kind of learn to adapt and appreciate what it is for what it is, you know? So I was walking and working outside, and I came across this little patch of moving critters. This is a group of ants. And at first you might be like, ew, gross, why are those there? Let's get rid of those, they're pests. But these guys are actually really cool. They're going to stay outside. They're not really going to come into my house. And right now what they're actually doing is moving their colony. So you see this big group right here. This is called a bivouac. And what they're doing is they're actually protecting the queen and any eggs that they have while they move them. And I wish that I could get this camera to really focus. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, right here in the middle. If you look, you can actually see ants together. And what they're actually doing is they're cleaning each other. And they almost look like they're fighting. You know, they're like pulling on each other or something. But they're actually cleaning each other, which is really, really cool. And I wonder, are they cleaning each other so that they prevent getting the queen sick with bacteria and things they pick up as they move from one spot to another? That would be something cool you guys could research and maybe get back to me with some answers on that. I also would love to know what species of ant this is. There are thousands of species of ant all over the world, and it might be tough to figure out what this one is, but I can tell you that they are about 3 millimeters long. They are sort of a reddish, blackish, brownish color, and they are definitely, their heads are pretty thick compared to the rest of their body. Their head is actually, I would say, the biggest part of their body. Their abdomen is the second biggest part, and their thorax, which is that middle part between their abdomen and their head, is probably the smallest part of their body. So that might help you identify what type of ant this is. And if I follow this trail, we can see that they're going to this spot down in here. And it looks to me like they're going to start to make a little colony inside this side garden I built a couple years ago, which is great because ants are really, really super good for gardening. They actually move soil around. When they create their tunnels and as they move through the soil in general, they move stuff around. And that's actually really helpful for plants because it moves nutrients to different areas of the garden. So if roots pick up all the nutrients that are next to them, if the ants move more soil right where those roots are, where it wasn't before, those roots are now going to get more nutrients, and it's going to help water drain through the soil better. So the soil doesn't get too wet, which can cause the plants to get diseased. And if I follow the trail this way, I think I can figure out where are they coming from. I'm looking, and let's see. Here's a big clump of them right in here. Let me keep going. Let's see. Where are they starting? This is really cool. I think you guys should go out into your yards and start looking for bugs because it's starting to get warmer. They're starting to come out. So yeah, it looks like their colony actually started somewhere in this area, and now they're moving over there. I wonder what that's like to them. How many miles does that seem to them? Is this like moving from West Springfield to East Springfield? Or is this like moving from maybe, I don't know, Massachusetts to New York? What is it like? Maybe some of you folks with your math skills can figure that out. If the ant is about 3 millimeters long, you know, and I'm going to say that the distance from there to where they're going, from where they're coming from, is about, I would say, about 4.5 feet. Okay? So that's 4.5 feet. Now let's see. If they're 3 millimeters long, we got to make sure that the distance that we're measuring is the same type of scale. So we can't use feet, we can't use inches. That's the standard English system. We have to use the metric system that all scientists use. They don't use inches and miles really. So let's say it's 3 millimeters, and if it's 4.5 feet, let me think here. There's 30 centimeters, which is 100 millimeters. That's 10 millimeters and 1 centimeter, right? So that means if there's 30 centimeters in a foot, that's 300 millimeters, right? Because 30 times 10, so that's 300. And then I have to take 300 and multiply that by 4.5. And then I have to divide that by the length of the ant to kind of get a little bit of a idea of how much they are compared to the whole distance. And then you can think about how big you are and compare that to the number of miles or the number of kilometers. See if you can figure that out and get back to me. Make a comment on here or message me somehow on United Classroom or any of the other apps that we're using, and let me know what you come up with. And definitely keep checking out some stuff around your yard, because you never know what you might come across. This is super cool. All right, signing off.